Donald Trump in office on trade policy, he reminds me of that guy in The Wizard of Oz, when you pull back the curtain, it's a really small dude.
Back where I come from, there are men who do nothing all day but good deeds. They are called good deed doers.
Well, they're back. While Americans toiled, the lunch club known as Congress decided to return after their extravagant 5+ week vacation. All in all, it was a vacation for the American people because we all got a break from the madness of our elected leaders.
The resolution before us represents the necessary next step in our investigation of corruption, obstruction, and abuse of power.
What would you do with a brain if you had one?
Do? Why, if I had a brain, I could...
Though Jerry the Needler Nadler got in early, throwing the word impeachment around like an evil munchkin on a power trip.
Can't you read? Read what? The notice!
What notice?
It's on the door, as plain as the nose on my face. Oh.
Nadler would have us all believe that he is hot on President Trump's trail after one failed investigation after another, costing the taxpayers millions.
Why don't we start with the Inspector General, not just any Inspector General, the Inspector General for the Justice Department, which we have jurisdiction over, just issued a report 2 weeks ago, scathing report on the guy who's most responsible for this 3-year saga that our country has had to live through. Jim Comey. Jim Comey, the guy who opened the investigation in July of 2016. Jim Comey, the guy who allowed Peter Strzok to run that investigation after that guy had ran the Clinton investigation, after that guy had said to Lisa Page, another FBI employee, "Don't worry, Lisa, we'll stop Trump." Jim Comey, the guy who allowed the dossier to go to the secret court to be used to spy on a fellow American associated with the Trump campaign. Jim Comey, who leaked information to the New York Times through his friends so we would get to special counsel. Jim Comey, the guy who on January 6th goes to Trump Tower trying to trap the president while he's telling the president he's not under investigation. Scathing report by the Inspector General on that guy. And when I asked the chairman 2 days ago when he was busy taking away people's Second Amendment rights, when I asked him two days ago when we might have a chance to question the Inspector General, his response, the chairman of the judiciary's response was, "I don't know, we haven't thought about that." Maybe if you were a little less focused on taking people's Second Amendment rights and impeaching the guy they made president, we could actually do what this committee is supposed to do.
For the first time in U.S. history, a House committee is conducting an impeachment inquiry without the authorization from the House.
In the 206 years that this committee has sat, it has never conducted an impeachment proceeding without first being authorized to do so by a vote of the full House. And that's because the power of impeachment belongs to the whole House, and the whole House has not delegated that power to any of its committees. And if you want to know what an abuse of power truly looks like, it looks like what's unfolding right now.
Meanwhile, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi brought their crew in to demand someone pay attention to their bipartisan background checks bill known as H.R. 8. The bill would essentially eliminate private sales between gun owners. Nancy Pelosi described the bill without describing the bill.
H.R. 8, House Resolution 8, so named because it was 8 years from the time that Gabby Giffords meeting with her constituents in a grocery store, was assaulted. People died. She survived. She's an inspiration to us all. H.R. 8.
For all of those with ears that want to actually know what is an H.R. 8, it reads, "This bill establishes new background check requirements for firearm transfers between private parties, i.e. unlicensed individuals. Specifically, it prohibits a firearm transfer between private parties unless a licensed gun dealer, manufacturer, or importer first takes possession of the firearm to conduct the background check." The Democrats have become a source of national anxiety for everyone involved, including their own party, engaging in the sabotage of the Second Amendment in favor of the UN Small Arms Treaty, which is aimed at disarming our sovereign nation.
So in the last administration, President Obama signed the UN Arms Trade Treaty, And in his waning days in office, he sent the treaty to the Senate to begin the ratification process. This treaty threatened your subjugate, and you know exactly what's going on here, your rights and your constitutional and international rules and restrictions and regulations. Under my administration, we will never surrender American sovereignty to anyone. We will never allow foreign bureaucrats to trample on your Second Amendment freedom.
John Bowne, 40.